Hey everyone, just wanted to give you a quick heads up. The second Global Product Owner Summit is coming soon. You can get all the details at bit.ly/Product Owner 2024. That's bit.ly/Product Owner 2024. And it's all lowercase, all one word. Oh, and stick with us until the end of the episode to know the dates and the tracks that we have for you in this year's summit. But for now, let's dive into today's episode. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Friday TGIF and Product Owner episode. Of course, this week with Jörn Hendrik Aast. Hey, Jörn, welcome back.
I'm so happy.
Absolutely. And also happy to get to the end of the week. There's so many learnings. My head is heavy with all the lessons from this week, but there's a couple more, I'm sure, coming up. So let's dive into that, Jörn. And we'll talk about what great product owners look like in a second. But tell us first, what was potentially the worst product owner anti-pattern you've witnessed in your career?
Oh, yes. Dark memories conjuring up. Honestly, I think the person was trying to look busy. The person was trying to look important and busy and was constantly convincing his team and the managers that this was true. But in reality, nothing actually has been done. Nothing of value was created. The team was like little squirrels running around shouting fire, and no one was getting nowhere. And people were burning out, deliberately, heavily, sadly burning out. And I made sure that this product owner stopped working in our product area and with teams. So because I was really trying to make a stop on this anti-pattern, but I couldn't, so we got rid of him.
So tell me a little bit more. So when you talk about like the product owner was trying to look busy and important, it's also for us, we need to know what that looks like in practice. So what were the first signs that told you that, okay, there's something wrong here?
First of all, he never got time. He was always busy, coming in late, leaving earlier. In the corporate environment, most of the meetings take 30 minutes, not more, not less. It's like your whole calendar is booked in 30-minute slots, which is completely insane. But he managed to be even overbooked in 4 meetings at one time and joining 2 or 3 of them. So that was a behavior when you were not actually able to speak a single word with him without like person to person. It was not possible. And yeah, then also another behavior was always having an opinion to everything without really knowing what is happening, judging, making clear that this needs to happen, raising pressure. Without really listening and understanding, not taking the time, right? Because there was no time, but there was time for judging and for talking bad about other people. And then also a pattern that you can see was always engaging in the sparkly stuff, right? So definitely suffering from a heavy, shiny object syndrome. You know that one, right? So when there was a presentation, so it was a huge corporate, like a huge brand also, very important brand. And then there was a very important partner from a tech partner coming in, making a show off of the next 3D avatar, whatever, AI, you name it, something sparkling. He was the first of being there and making partnerships and dragging it into the team and saying how important it is and saying, this is what is happening now. AI is coming in. We need to think about this. Big data, crypto, whatever, you name it, shiny object. So no substance, just sparkly ideas.
Yeah, and it is so easy to get attracted to what is sparkling because also that attracts the stakeholders. It's a well-known pattern, right? Talk about what's trendy. We called it. I think when I was working in one company, they had a term for it. They call it buzzword bingo. Right? They evaluated how many buzzwords were in each phrase in an email, and then of course, if you got more than certain points, then you got a bingo, buzzword bingo. That was now for the Scrum Masters out there that might be unfortunately for them in a situation like this where they see this type of behaviors. We can't necessarily tell them, get rid of the PO because they might not even have enough influence to even bring that topic up. But how can we help our teams? Like, what would be a good set of tools, advice that we could give the Scrum Masters out there that might need to help their teams despite these anti-patterns?
To help them to realize, recognize this, to uncover it, or?
Well, that could be one way, right? Like to help the team bring it up with their stakeholders.
Yes. So first of all, it is not necessary to invite the PO all the time to the retrospective. Make use of your opportunity to exclude the PO from certain meetings. Of course, be careful with this because, a team that is very close and where the PO is having a hard, having a lot of pressure on the team, this is suspicious. But, I don't want to talk too much in vocabulary of the crime scenes here, right? But still, from time to time, just exclude the PO and make a retrospective only with the team. Very helpful and healthy. And then I would try to add some of the knowledge that I shared already on the other days on being personal and really talking to those people. I had the opportunity to be actually in the headquarters of the corporate and actually meeting that person physically. And honestly, it was astonishing how well he developed his skills on, being charismatic, talking about this, being busy still, walking by management. Like, I don't have time for you, but you can take a walk with me, not sharing the space, not looking into my eyes, avoiding having a coffee, whatever, distracting, talking to another person. This was really interesting to see. So observing, right? So how is that person behaving? How does the calendar look like of the person? What is he or she saying? So, and then, always making use of supervision, right? So talking to other Scrum Masters and coaches in the organization who can actually help you and to make sense of it, because at a certain time, if you talk to these kind of squirrels who suffer from the shiny object syndrome, you will think that you are crazy because you can't grasp them, right? It's like an eel. They just go through your hand and they go away.
They move faster than you can realize where they are, right?
Exactly. And this is so important to actually to make yourself, because at a certain point you will think you're crazy, and just make clear that you are not crazy. You are observing those anti-patterns and they are hurting your team and you need to do something about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also important to understand we're not alone. There are other people in the organization that can help us out. All right, but there aren't always bad product owners. In fact, most of the times product owners are quite good and some are even great. So let's dive into one of those, Jörn. The greatest product owner you've ever worked with, how did they work?
She had the ability to motivate her team members in a very unique way, really taking the time, talking to them. She was actually doing a lot of my job and actually being there, listening, coaching. So basically learning. She was very young. It was her first product owner job. And despite this fact, she was the best product owner I was working with so far, because she was taking care. She was asking. She was asking her team if it was the right speed, how they felt around it. Actually, there was also a bit of a coaching lesson I had with her. I was like, just be confident, you are good, you can go forward. But by making it so, she gave the team the opportunity to actually follow her vision and ideas and actually be inspired by that and actually making to actually get into the same boat. So if you would say the PO's job is to create the what, and the team should work on the how, she really made sure that there was a strong what and a vision that came up. But she always took the time to dive together with the how and the team. And then at that point, both of those kind of ideas melted together, and the team was also able on work with her on the what, and inspired her with the how.
So
and
she
then,
created kind of a welcoming atmosphere for
Yes.
the team to contribute their ideas.
Yes, they were all welcome. They were able to inspire her, and she actually made very clear that specific epics and features that she was discussing in the planning were inspired by input that she got from the team, right? Also from the clients, the customers who actually they gave feedback, but she was always getting back, and it was a beautiful way of actually cutting through all of this methodologies and stuff and just being one team. It was amazing.
So it sounds to me that also one of her characteristics was that she was really a people person. She had good relationship with the team and was able to help the team, but also get helped by the team.
Exactly. So she was open to change her mind. So the luxury of actually changing her mind, she took that time to actually say, that's great. Then I learned something new. She was very open. And I sometimes I think, I don't want to say that this is a very specific female way of doing things, right? And the very rigid and focused way of working is a very male thing. I don't want to talk about those kind of ideas too much, but in that case, it was the case. It was this inviting way of, kind of, it felt a bit like her wings at the hen taking the wing over her ducklings, right? It would be a bit like protecting them also, which was also challenging for her, because at a certain point she needed to let go, and also at a certain point firing people, right? That was a difficult task, but it was a very beautiful
and quite contrasting. I really like the aspect of the contrast between the first and the second PO. Jörn, unfortunately, we're getting close to the end, but before we go, do share with us, where can people find out more about you and the work that you're doing?
Yeah, I'm happy to share. So the resource of all the content that I'm creating is newworkhero.es. It's a Spanish URL because heroes is more fun, right? So newworkhero.es. And there I have podcast episodes. I do have blog posts. I have also my test that I created, the topology, the heroes topology that I created. And people can subscribe for free to make this test. It's a personality test that I'm working with, so people can find out the superpower, so to say. And with that, go on.
Yeah, absolutely. So newworkhero.es. We'll put the link on the show notes just to make sure that people can easily find it. And of course, get in touch with Jörn. Why not? So Jörn, thank you very much for your generosity with your time and your knowledge.
Muito obrigado. It was a pleasure talking to you, and thank you so much for the invitation.
Hi there, Agile friends. Thank you for sticking around and listening to the details of the Product Owner Summit, this year's global summit dedicated to a critical Scrum role, the product owner role, of course. We'll have some amazing keynotes and 4 tracks filled with first-hand stories and experiences for product owners to learn more about that critical Scrum role. The summit will take place between April 23rd and 25th, so book your calendars. There will be loads of sessions for you to attend. One of the keynotes will be Dave West, the product owner and CEO at Scrum.org, one of the largest Scrum organizations in the world. If you want to know more, check out the details at bit.ly/product owner 2024. That's all one word, all lowercase, bit.ly/product owner 2024. We will also have 4 tracks. The 4 tracks will cover cross-functional product ownership. That's track 1. As Pixar's Ratatouille said, not every idea can be a great idea, but a great idea can come from anywhere. And this quote emphasizes the importance of a product owner being open to all ideas, regardless of the source, and also challenges us to focus on getting good ideas from everywhere and involving the whole team in the product owner role and responsibilities. The second track is designing products for growth, where we explore how to craft products ready for scalable growth, merging practical strategies with innovation. The idea here is to learn to design products for growth, whether it is sales or customer acquisition. The third track is know your users, user-centric approaches for agile development. In this track, we learn to master user-centric techniques in agile development, to deeply understand customer needs and transform insights into meaningful UX designs that focus on engagement and satisfaction. This is a track ideal for innovation-focused agile teams. And the fourth track, one of the most exciting tracks in my opinion, is product development with AI, ideas for product owners. Not only do we discuss about using AI in the products, but also AI for product owners to learn to make a bigger impact with the help of the AI tools that we already have. The Product Owner Summit will also present to you great opportunities to network with your peers. So get your ticket and join our Slack. You can get the ticket and join the Slack at bit.ly/Product Owner 2024. As always, we have free tickets and also the paid tickets that help to support this podcast. So check them out at bit.ly/Product Owner 2024. That's all lowercase, all one word, Product Owner 2024. I'll see you in the summit floor.